Up enough energy for a charge. He tries to put away Greg Page, and if he doesn't do it, then he's out of gas again.
Page with body shots now going upstairs. And the crowd again behind Page.
And Page's legs are amazing. He is bouncing up and down in spite of those shots he's taken. He can now turn on the boxing expertise in his legs and really take all these rounds because Razor Ruddock's immobile.
Page looks like he's got a new tank. New tank of gas.
Razor Ruddock looks like it's hurting him to get his legs across the ring. He's stumbling forward. There he goes.
There's the smash. The right combination. Ruddock looking to end it again. Can he do it this time? And Page is against the ropes. He is in trouble. And the bell sounds. Oh, brother. He is out on his feet. Can he even make it?
Let's listen.
Come on, he's all right.
That's it. That's it. Cortez is saying that's it. Joe Cortez is saying that's it. Great hook. Stomach shot. Great hook again. Uppercut. Another hook. And that one was hard. That one collapsed him. Some of these are missing, but most of them are right on the jaw. Now that one, he starts to slide. The referee looks like he's going to come in, but he doesn't. Razor Ruddock has got open target on a guy that's almost unconscious, and there's the referee step, but he stepped in.
Negroto seemed very nervous at our meeting, our little chit-chat yesterday. He knows what he's up against for sure. And right off the bat, Julian Jackson with a left hook and comes forward.
Two hard hammering shots just landed like if there was no defense there. You know, it's what we talk about when a guy comes up against a real champion. He's never been in against that talent. What's happening is what's happening right now. He's getting his...
There he goes with a left hook. Seconds into the fight. The crowd is down. 5. Jackson's in the wrong neutral corner. He's ushered over by Mills Lane.
6.
So that's a break for Negroto.
I don't know if that's a break. You have to be philosophical about it. If that's a break, guys, he's got to fight. Now, let's take a look. Now, just watch how fast his reflexes are. Right there. Look at where the Negron's hand is. Way down. A champion like Julian Jackson will pick you apart. I mean, he's bad enough not to keep your gloves up, but to have him down by your waist is an indication of his inexperience.
Now, if Julian Jackson can only get a better sense of direction after he knocks somebody down, he'll be right up there.
If I was as confident as he is that he can knock a guy out, when I was with him at breakfast, he says it won't go 1, and I said I believe it, and here we are. As I repeat, outside of the top.
Golden Gloves heavyweight champ. Bert Cooper rated number 9 by the WBA, number 10 by the BC, out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Oh, down goes Coffey again, and blood streaking from his nose.
5. 6.
He might have broken his nose on that one, and he's over. He's not getting up. If they let that continue, something's wrong.
Timeout.
I mean, look at him. He doesn't even know where he's at.
Referee Jay Nady calling time. They'll get the doctor. It is all over. It is all over here in the round 2.
Absolutely correct. Book uppercut. There's the body shot. There's the uppercut. Just like they teach it in the gym. It couldn't be better. Loud boos for Don King, who's entered what has he done recently? He just comes over to congratulate Cooper and console Coffey.
And from overhead, any angle you look at, just as painful to watch.
That angle might have even been better to watch the precision with which that punch and the
Forrest says he's been sleeping and drinking his opponent, so he's focused on Bert Cooper. So here we go, scheduled for 12. Do you think we'll go anywhere near that? Cooper hoping to prove that it was not a fluke against Evander Holyfield. Left hand. Cooper has Moore up against the ropes. The body shot, the right hand. Moore blocking one right, then he takes it.
And he's hurt.
And
Michael Moore is out on his face.
Michael Moore.
That fight is over if Joe O'Neill doesn't give him a count right here, but Michael Moore looks like he's out cold on his feet.
Joe O'Neill sends Cooper over to continue the count.
That's right. By virtue of Cooper not going to the neutral corner, the count was stopped and gave Moore a few extra seconds.
A long
Straight
count,
right hand.
Michael Moore. Bert Cooper goes after him. Moore went down at the hands of Bigfoot Martin before he got up to win that fight. But in a surprise here, Cooper got him down in the first round.
But he just hurt Cooper with a short little left hand himself.
Crowd on its feet. What a first round. Now they're standing head to head. Moore digging in a body shot. Cooper responds with a couple of his own.
Cooper goes down. Out. He is stretched out. His mouthpiece came flying out. Got caught with a right hook. This is Michael Moore's trademark, fighting back, but Bert Cooper is asking
his mouthpiece.
That's right. He's asking Joe O'Neill for his mouthpiece, and he doesn't put it back in.
Both men down in the first round. And Cooper absorbing more punishment. And more. All over him again. Oh, Cooper. How was he able to stand?
Just some vicious body shots by Michael Moore landed, and great hooks to the head.
Cooper about to go again. And still 27 seconds remain. And Cooper trying to fight back. Cooper without the mouthpiece. Trying to survive the round. And now a timeout is called.
That's right.
I don't believe he would have been counted out, Joe.
It started out with a couple of body shots. You're right about that, because he did get up in time, but it looked like he wasn't. Right hand off the temple, two right hands. That's the one that really stunned him. His legs are coming off the ground. His hands are dropped. His back is turned. I mean, those are all the telltale signs of a guy that's not going to keep on fighting. And now here comes Cooper going down. This is the reverse. Bingo. Left hand down, right hook over the top. Two of them, as a matter of fact. Mouthpiece comes out. Cooper looks like he's dead. And, of course, gets back up and recoups and makes a great assault at the end. Third round.
As we start the third round, we'll be bringing in Riddick Bowe for his comments in just a moment. But this has been something for the first two. Michael Moore in the gold Kronk trunks. Bert Cooper in the black, fighting for the vacant WBO heavyweight championship belt. Oh, Cooper with the combination. And another combination. And he has Moore down again. This time Cooper went to the neutral corner. A real Donnybrook here tonight. Good right hand and then the left for Moore. It started with the right, and now Moore has Cooper up against the ropes. Oh, but down he goes.
Doesn't look like he's going to get up. He's shaking his head no. 9. Amazing.
He got up at 9.
Sure. Tell you,
it's over.
That's it.
Michael Moore, the WBO heavyweight champion. In fact, the first southpaw to ever win a heavyweight championship. Definitely going down to the count.
Here we go back to that corner where this knockout happened. Michael Moore started off with that right hook, lit him up with that left hand, 2 or 3 more behind it, puts him up against the ropes, and there he goes. He's starting to let it all cut loose. Left hand, right uppercut, and that was it. That last left hand was really insignificant because he was already out on his way down. Here we go. We got another overhead look at this. Moore starts off with a chopping left hand, or right hand, left uppercut, whips one over to the air. Cooper gets his hand up, sneaks a little short left and a right in there. Doesn't land solidly with that, but here comes this right uppercut.
This is
bingo. That's the one that picks his head off, and boom. Chops it right down with that left hand. That was picture perfect. Bring the head up with the uppercut, slice it off with the left hand. That was
in the game plan to start working the body more.
All right, he wants him to go back, but he wants him to relax too. Like I said, he looked real anxious and uptight at the beginning of this fight, and that'll wear you out in itself, just that nervousness.
Mercer with 2 good right hands. And now Mercer
Mercer on Morrison in the corner, and Mercer's all over him, and Morrison in trouble. And Morrison goes down for the first time in his career. And that is it.
That's it.
The
fight is over.
Ray Mercer has won it. He successfully defended his WBO heavyweight championship. Woo!
Boy, what a flurry of punches Ray Mercer put together there. Tommy Morrison does not know what town he's in.
The 5th round for Ray Mercer, handing Tommy.
All right, Joe's going to head up into the ring now. Mike Marley with us, and here comes Mercer on the attack, and right at this point, Morrison's out of it.
He was out on his feet, precisely, Glenn. He was out of it, groggy. I mean, he doesn't know what's hitting him at that point.
Well, those are damaging blows right there. He was out of it. 4, 5, 6. Wow. Morrison could have been seriously hurt there.
You're exactly right. Referee Tony Perez should have stepped in a little bit sooner.
Take another look, and you can count him. At this point, Morrison's out of it right here after that left hand. Now, from this point on, this is the damage. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And finally went down for the first time in his career. And Ray Mercer victorious.
You want the men's title, go take it.
Excellent chopping right hand.
Lewis stopped jabbing. He can walk into some right hand. That's what's happening now. If you're going to walk to the man, use your left jab.
Lewis with a jab right to the body. Left hook upstairs combination. Now he just fires the right hand.
Lennox Lewis is like a big cat.
Rockman jab, 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 jab. 4 of them. Chases Lewis across the ring.
Shades of Oliver McCall, September 24, 1994, in London. Has Rockman pulled the upset? He has. He got a brand new heavyweight champion, and he's from the United States.
Seriously, and the way he fought the fight, you could see he wasn't taking him seriously because he wasn't fighting his normal fight.
All week long, you were thinking it was shades of Tokyo. There were reminders of Tokyo, Feb 10, 19 to start the trouble. Lewis smiled after that one.
He smiled and became more insolent and more lackadaisical and careless. Rockman got inside and hit him a terrific straight right hand.
Just a perfect shot.
He had not thrown many right hands through the fight. Lewis lived down to his preparation for the fight.
Absolutely.
He just drowned in Ocean's 11.
That's another brilliant line.
Drowned in Ocean 11.
How's he going to explain this to Brad Pitt, George Clooney, Julia Roberts, Matt Damon, and all of his co-stars on the movie?
He can tell them it was a stunt.
There's the stunt. A brilliant right hand by Rockman.
Right hand. Good ring generalship for Lennox Lewis. Another thing, in all the exchanges, Lennox would get off first, keep Rockman off balance, so Rockman can't get set to punch. Watch this. Lennox is always going to land the first punch.
And perhaps by way of trying to ask his fighter to be even more aggressive, Emmanuel Stewart between rounds said to Lennox Lewis, Lennox, this man can't counterpunch. Go get him.
Yeah, but the one thing that lives in Lennox Lewis' head, that night in Africa.
Yep.
You can't take that away from him.
You know, even his own corner said to him, to Rockman, if he punches, just keep your hands high. They're telling him not to counterpunch.
Boom! Will Rockman get up, or have the tables been turned? Is it reversed? 7, 8, 9. It's over. Lennox Lewis got revenge.
Has captured his revenge, and now it's Rockman complaining in the corner that he didn't get the full count.
Lennox Lewis fought a virtually perfect fight.
Thought he could have done the Holyfield if he had decided to be more aggressive. Rahman totally out of position after the left, and the right hand was good night.
He did it by long range. That's most importantly. He didn't try to close in. Everything was out in the opening. That's the way you want to fight a puncher.
And he set it all up with the left hand by firing aggressively, keeping his left hand in Rahman's face, mixing in the left hook every once in a while with the jab. He changed it up here. Instead of jab and right hand, it was hook and right hand.
And you know what? The old saying, never follow a puncher around.
And Rahman did.
Rahman made the fatal mistake. I'm going to follow you no matter what you jab me or what, I'm going to follow you.
Well, Rahman has spent months saying he had no respect for Lennox Lewis. He went into the ring and showed he had no respect for Lennox Lewis, and he paid the price.
It happened to Lennox Lewis in the same fashion. He had no respect for Rahman, and he tasted canvas.
So now they're even. 5th round knockout for Rahman in South Africa. 4th round knockout for Lewis here, and Lennox regains.
You know, it wouldn't be popular, but strategically it would be in Nunn's behalf to dance away for a couple of rounds and not try to mix it up with Tony.
Well, that's what Dundee wants him to do. He says he wants him to pop move. He says you're too smart for this guy. Don't reach for him. Don't get caught by stupid punches like you did with those counter right hands, because he was reaching with his left. Oh, Tony really teeing off on that.
And Tony swings and misses, and both of them on the ropes. Tony nearly went flying over. Oh, lands him with a right.
Great right hand. Tony's got a high ratio of knockouts in his 20-some-odd fights, and Michael Nunn's proven he can take a great shot because he's got him.
And pushes Nunn into the ropes.
Well, just as I said, he took a great shot. He got hit with a great right hand and went reeling back, but I think it was more off balance.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, Joe, but it was a good hand.
Oh!
Another right from Tony.
He's down!
Just the second time in his career.
He is out. He is hurt. I don't know if he's going to get up. He is out of his feet. That is it. I don't see him getting up. Oh, my God.
He's up at 10.
What a great left hand.
Challenger.
Oh.
Down.
That is it. How can he stop it? That's it. The fight's over.
James Toney's done it.
James Toney wins the title. Unbelievable! What a left hook he got caught with. Oh, my. Well, that was the only way he was going to win this.
Tony with the left hand. Down went Nunn, as we mentioned, just the second time in his professional career. That was the knockdown, which he barely survived. He got up. Here's another look at that left hand that effectively won Tony the championship here tonight. And Nunn did get up. Knockouts, as we mentioned. McClellan can do it quickly, and here they come. McClellan in the gold, Sullivan in the green. McClellan certainly looks taller, but 6'1", we're not sure about.
Well, he certainly looks taller, and he certainly looks like he has a longer reach, too. Has evidence in that
jab. Yeah.
Right, in those 3 jabs right off the bat.
Another good jab from McClellan. Sullivan missing with the right. And again, snapping the head back of Sullivan. McClellan does with the jabs. Well, the more we talk to him, oh, the right hand staggers him. And another one, and down he goes.
Fight's over.
That's it. 40 seconds into the fight. First hard punch he landed virtually ended it at that point.
Beautiful, really beautiful setup by
Replay.
There we go. He just touches him with that jab, and bingo, right on the chin, and the mouthpiece almost comes out. His eyes really went in 4 different directions here. Here's another overhead view here. This is earlier in the round when he first landed McClellan first landed those solid jabs, backing up Carl Sullivan. And Sullivan really never got a chance to get on track here. Bingo. Oh, right on the side of the chin. And you can see him doing the funky chicken right there. He gets clipped with another right hand, and he's out. There's no sense in...
William Duffy has never been showcased under such hot lights, under such an intense microscope. Felix Trinidad has spent the last few years of his career fighting in situations just like this one. Trinidad, traditionally a slow starter, although in his last fight, he knocked Vargas down twice in the first round. Joppy gets in the first big blow, a right hand to the side of Trinidad's cheek.
Trinidad is starting out the counter puncher tonight. You know, he's a good, accurate puncher. If he stands back, hold his ground, he can sharp shoot some good overhand rights. That's what Joppy doesn't want to do, is to run into Trinidad. You better make Trinidad come to you.
William Joppy has a very authoritative jab. If he's able to land it early, he could establish control of the tempo in the fight. If Trinidad is able to slip around that jab, functional control could go to him.
Joppy has already established, you better move away from me. I'm in charge here tonight.
Joppy sticking his jab right into the middle of Trinidad's face.
Joppy throws his right hand and comes right back to the left jab. Basic boxing.
Joppy looks anything but tight and tentative in this, his first mega bout. If anything, he's the looser of the two.
Trying to let Trinidad know who the bigger man is, who the stronger man is. He's going straight to him, particularly with that heavy jab.
Now Trinidad tries his own jab and sneaks in a little left hook.
No matter how big you are, you just don't want to run and chase a puncher down. Trinidad can get on that right foot, level you off.
There's a big left hook from Tito Trinidad.
Landed on the arm. Good right hand.
Right hand lands again. And the pro-Trinidad crowd comes to life.
Terrific, perhaps telling first round.
Joppy goes down on a barrage of left hooks. 6, 7, 8. So just as he floored Vargas in the first round, so too does Trinidad floor Joppy in round 1. And Joppy wrestles his way to the bell.
Joppy walks into the Trinidad artillery, and down he goes. The big left hook, finishing that barrage. How much recuperative power does Joppy have left?
Road work, as Trinidad does. Continues to have the same desire to stay in shape.
Yeah, he loves it.
Simple man, simple life. Great boxing style. Left hook, right cross. Joppy's in trouble again. Trinidad throwing every shot with murderous intent.
He loves the knockout, he says.
Joppy just believes that he can do it. Take it and come back.
Joppy trading shots toe-to-toe with Trinidad.
This is the way they used to do it. The fight wasn't over until it was over. Joppy went down to the body.
2, 3, 4. That'll do it. I don't think Mercanti's going to let William Joppy continue. Felix Trinidad with a sensational knockout.
A delightful young man. All right, we're underway. Both in gold trunks. Black gold has the black stripe. Tommy Hearns with a new short haircut, taking a little weight off the top of his head. A little less protection for him. That's right. There's that piston-like jab of Hearns. And Schuler has an excellent jab as well.
Tim, you have two well-schooled fighters here. They were two of our best amateurs probably in the last 10 years. You're going to see a good technical bout.
Solid shots to the body by Thomas Hearns, but Schuler stayed right there with him. Left hook back from Schuler. Another ripping left hook to the body. And a right. That moved Schuler backwards. Straight right by Hearns.
Not only moved him backwards, Tim, it wobbled him, and down he goes.
Another one. A right hand by Hearns. He will not get up.
Well, now we know that Tommy Hearns can hit middleweights and knock them out. And boy, did he knock them out.
Tommy Hearns in the first round.
Tim, he came into this fight at a full 106.
Knockout. There's the right hand. That hurt him. There's the left of the body. He was already wobbling, as you pointed out, Gil. And there's that overhand right. Little short chopping shot that perfectly aimed and delivered.
Tim, right on the button. Watch where this right hand lands. Right on the button. That says lights out, Ryan.
Round 3. It has been a foul fest from the start. There's a straight right hand by Little. Clear through the ropes.
I tell you what, it was the right hand, not the left hook. Like I said, Frankie.
Says he's all right. We resume round 3. Wild swings and misses by both fighters. The wrestling tackle. Timeout called by Mitch Halpern. As Littles just bodily threw Lyles to the canvas and gets right in the face of Littles. He said he'll take another fight away if you do it again.
Well, he's pretty soon going to have to start talking about disqualifying because Littles is almost out of control. He's doing everything you can do in a street fight.
Eddie Futch told me in the corner, he said, don't get carried away. You're over anxious. You got him. Just relax and do your toe.
Pulled by Tim Littles. And Mitch Halpern warns him again.
Mitch gave him a break that time because that was a very, very strong punch, and he'd warned him before. I mean, he could have taken a point then. Littles has got to settle down.
I'll tell you what, Frank doesn't appear to have his head completely cleared, but he's moving smart and staying outside, and he's holding when he has to. Very frustrating, obviously, for Littles, hating to be held while he's in charge.
Tim Littles going in like a wild man. Combination of the head by Littles. Littles goes right back at Lyles.
Good counter hook by Lyles there on the way in. Littles having his trouble getting in without getting tangled up and tied up.
It's like these two guys got mangum as they're just shooting at each other and seeing which one can hit first. Because both of them are shooting power shots.
Right hand by Littles, right above us. And again, he pushes Lyles to the deck. No knockdown.
Somewhere along the line, he's got to warn him about that throwing a fighter down. How many times has he done that?
Well, you know, that time I don't think he really did. I think he just pushed him off, and Lyles just kind of went down. That one didn't look as blatant as earlier.
And then Littles flying away. And Lyles just hangs on to him.
And Lyles in trouble right there for a brief moment. Boy, anybody that said this was going to be boring, and I'm one of them, chess game is dead wrong. This is a war.
And both workmanlike, gutsy type fighters. This very uncharacteristic of their styles if you look at their ring history.
Well, I'll tell you what, something you saw in the interview with Tim Littles, he said he had to impose his will, and he didn't want to be broken. He's showing that. He was hurt early, he came back strong.
But Lyles said, let him come get me, and I'll uppercut him to death, and he's been doing that. Both men have been imposing their will. What a fight.
The pace has not let up. We come up to 15 seconds remaining in the third round. Oh, Tim Littles, what a
beautiful counter right hand. A perfect counter right hook. The same thing that got him in trouble the first time.
He staggers to his feet. Forget about it. It's over.
Once they land on their face, they don't get up, and he landed foot on his face. What a fight, and what a finish.
A ferocious right hook by Frankie Lyles, who points his fist at Howard.
Let's take a look at this fantastic finish. And we'll look at it from every corner. So I'm sure that's about as good as he gets with a right hook. That's about as good. Look at the way he landed on his face. Bobby, take the next one, which is going to be the same thing, Bobby. It's going to end up the same.
Once again, you see Little coming in. As Eddie Ford said, he was being a little careless, too aggressive, over anxious, and he just walked in, not caring about defense, looking to land a big right. He walked into a big right hook.
Well, I think a lot of that was a product of the exhaustion also. They'd been down so much, and that was right on the button. I don't know. Disqualified him, and that would have really been dangerous.
That disqualification came against a fighter named Joseph Walker in 1987. Yes, it has happened before, also against Donald Curry and Sugar Ray Leonard.
Well, this is a guy that's all wound up and with evil intention, as Tyson used to say. And when he punches to the very end. He's a determined fighter, a rough guy.
Here's another right hand by Terry Norris.
Troy Waters, to his credit, comes back with a nice combination. He's demonstrating a pretty good chin and some, I'll tell you what, some real determination.
Norris goes down! Unbelievable! What a turn of events!
He's in trouble. He's in big trouble.
It came out of nowhere.
Oh my God, it's unbelievable. The right uppercut he told us about earlier, he hit him with it, and look at what we have in front of us.
He was just, I thought it was a low blow. He had landed, but he hit him with an uppercut, and the legs went out from Terry Norris. Would this be the upset of the year? No, it would be the upset of the decade.
Norris looking to shake it off and comes back. Now to the head of Troy Waters, but Waters refuses to go down.
Terry Norris' head is cleared up now, but I'll tell you what, Troy Waters, if he weathers the storm, he's got to have a certain amount of adrenaline behind him because of that knockdown.
And Terry is wearing out. He is wearing out. He's throwing everything he's got.
He hurt Terry again. He hit him with a left uppercut, and Terry fell right into it.
What a game, Troy Waters. Midway through the second.
He keeps hitting low, does Troy Waters. That's taking a lot out of him also. In all the action, they haven't said anything about a low blow, but he's getting hit a lot as Terry Norris.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Terry really wants to get this guy out of here. More than anything else, he's probably got him embarrassed as well in his hometown. And I'll tell you what, this is one-game kid.
Well, he's on the way now. But he has given Terry a big scare.
Less than a minute remaining in round two. What an incredible turnaround. Look at this exchange.
I'll tell you, you have to admire this Troy Waters. He has withstood an unbelievable onslaught, and here he is punching.
And taking punches. Wow, what he's taking, Bobby, should have knocked anybody out.
But back comes Waters. This crowd in a frenzy, most of them standing. And most of them in disbelief. Norris must be thinking, what do I have to do to get rid of this guy?
Well, I'll tell you, not only that, the kid is coming back with good, solid punches. Oh, look at that right hand.
What a right by Waters.
What a right hand by Waters. Just when the referee is leaning in, looking like he favors a stoppage. Oh!
One of the rounds of the year.
The young fighter, he's going to pay him back for that.
And he lands a left hand over the top, although softly.
Where did it get closer? Doesn't do anything.
One thing I've been observing throughout the whole fight is that Hurtado's beating Whitaker to his game.
Oh, what a left hand by Whitaker. And he takes advantage with 4 more straight lefts. Arthur McCanny watching. And it's over. It is over. Pernell Whitaker rescues himself dramatically. And Oscar De La Hoya lights into a smile as big as all Atlantic City.
I love it. That's what boxing is all about. That's what boxing is all about.
And that's what champions do.
And that's what multi-million-dollar paydays are built on. He got himself hung up in the ropes one night at Madison Square Garden and wound up dying in a New York hospital. I think if he had it to do over again, Arthur McCanny might have stopped this 1 or 2 punches short of where he finally did so.
I agree with you, Jim. He was helpless there on the ropes. He couldn't escape, and he wasn't returning any fire.
Stopping right there would have been okay. That's okay. That would have done. That would have been nice. I think Arthur would like to have that one back. Just a couple punches short of there.
Be that as it may,
You can't expect Whitaker to back up now, knowing that he's been behind all night, trying to finish it.
No, Whitaker's just doing his job. He did exactly what he had to do under those circumstances.
Well, like George Foreman and Joe Frazier.
Nobody ever followed a corner's instructions better.
That's for sure.
They told him he had to go out and knock the guy out.
And he did it.
And he went out and did it.
No, James Toney against Tim Littles followed instructions in exactly the same way.
I said better.